welcome to Conversations with the Soul. 50 days, hey, can't lie, it hasn't even been easy, hasn't been easy at all. It's actually been quite challenging, but these are 5 different benefits that I'm going to outline in my first 50 days of retaining. So hopefully you guys can meditate on it, be able to relate to it, and maybe even learn from it. And if there's any benefits that you found, let me know. Let's just have the conversation about it. But let's just jump straight into it. So the first one is magnetism. So magnetism for me is real. It is real. When you're able to make that strong eye contact with people, knowing that there's nothing hidden in the closet, or there's no practices that you're not really too proud of, you just move different. You're very calm. There's a lot more peace of mind, and there's a bit of a quiet, assured confidence about you. And that's personally my type of style. I wasn't always the person that was loud and quite disruptive to get attention. It's more that quiet, composed type of vibe. You know what I mean? And that really helped me with this. So being able to retain, be able to just make that sacrifice, and just really understanding less is more. So that's the first thing. So the magnetism is real. Second thing is, I just become much more of a risk taker, but definitely in a good way. So we know that when you start retaining your seed, it's like a stream of water. It's trying to get out, maybe through creativity, maybe through business, maybe through fitness, or there's different outlets. It's trying to find the right type of outlet. But when you start channeling it into something a bit more productive, that call for action just makes you much more bold and audacious. And I think it all stems from you trusting yourself more. So when you have control of your mind and your lustful thoughts, that requires a serious level of discipline. And with that serious level of discipline, that's the price of success really. You need to have sacrifice. So having that sharpness of mind from your discipline, that soundness of mind, you're only planting healthy seeds in your mind. And once you put those healthy seeds to work with action, you get the results. And having that call for action requires you to sometimes take a risk. So for me, semen retention really helped me push forwards and become much more of a risk taker. Third thing, so I just have stronger human interactions. Now that could sound a bit mad, but maybe before I was retaining, maybe women, you don't really see them as women per se. Sometimes your brain is a bit warped from PMO, but definitely during this 50 days, I've had much more of a connection with just about anybody. It doesn't really matter specifically if she's attractive or not, or whatever the case may be. I just have that desire to connect with human beings. So once you take out all that low vibrational thought, it's just much more. This is a human to human interaction, and that probably plays into the magnetism part. So I think they all interlink in their own capacity, but that's definitely one of the other type of benefits that I felt to point out. Number 4, retaining, if you can channel it correctly, it makes you have a thirst for knowledge. So it's like, before I was living in a certain way, now I'm living in it now. How much have I learned from then? I've learned a lot. So what else don't I know? And and this thirst of knowledge for me, it allowed not only thirst of knowledge, just maybe in my work, what I'm doing, but just in everything. So you start really connecting the dots together. So as you keep on studying more and more, you're learning more and more, and you just start really operating at a high level of frequency. So that high level of frequency will reflect in your habits. So for example, recently, definitely learning more just about the English words. We know words are so powerful. Words can create life. Reading the dictionary, reading the thesaurus, trying to develop and just constantly developing. And obviously with retaining, it makes you have that call for action. But once you cut out all that low vibrational habits and that low vibrational mindset, and you clear it out, that's when it opens up space to be more creative. Rather than thinking about what has been and feeling sorry for yourself, now there's more of a focus of what could be and how do I build towards that. Different level, man. It's crazy. The 5th and final benefit that I would want to say is spiritual awareness. So now, I don't know about you, but sometimes when I go to the gym in the morning, it's around 6 a.m, I just look at the stars and just appreciate the beauty of it. I just look at the tree, it's so elegant, it's so simple yet complex, and it really starts making me understand that there's a much bigger picture than just me. Maybe before, everything was just about, you know, what I'm going through, what I want to do, what type of problems I have, but definitely on this retaining journey, it's much bigger than me. There's a bigger picture to it, and you feel more spiritually connected. Overall, it's just more of an appreciation of life. You start asking more questions in terms of, you know, how did I get here? You know, how can I use my skills to drive my purpose forward? And you start to cultivate that relationship with God. So I found as well, going back to the church, and that really gives me a space to really have that conversation with God. And it makes it easier when you're not doing fire practices behind the scenes. You know what I mean? You can be more transparent, and you're more open and more receptive to learning and growth. So that's the 5th type of benefit that I found. But yeah, that's all I got for today. Hopefully you guys can resonate with it. If there's any other benefits, just let me know in the comments. Let's just have this conversation. But as always, we expect nothing less, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm out.